Insurance fraud, as I was saying. Yeah, but serious note, like these are things that it's like uweke pesa kwa saving. The bank hazikangi pesa kwa saving inakaa tu hapo. Like they use your money to buy stocks, meaning trade and all those things. The same thing happened to her. That's why if you're doing like an insurance claim, you need to tell them like a month before you weze process. See ati pesa ziko do hapo. So these people, I say like KU has, I don't want to say they have done that, but wamefanya hivyo, because if you have to think about it in the sense that buildings zimechomeka tukiwa shule sisi na zenye bado zinazidi kuchomeka and still hazijafanyiwa anything. Now because the hospitality one had a lot of, because hiyo ndio ilikuwa imehold all the materials whatever this World Young Youth Olympic stuff that was in a air. So and that was like worth almost like 100 million. So if you choma those things, lafu ulipomeka kwa insurance, you know insurance comes in double. You're good. Yeah, at sisi bado tulipa almost 2,500 each. And that was inclusive of the city, the campuses, the satellite campuses. Because that was a massive.
Actually, majamari tunalipa hiyo staff na hatuko ichoma shule.
Sasa mimi nilikuwa naumia kwa nalipa na mimi hata mimi najiita satellite campus. Sasa school of engineering iko different from whatever, but yeah, insurance fraud is a thing. I think there's also there's as like an episode we highlighted on those on the same. Yeah, but if you can be able to maneuver insurance fraud, please. Kuna pesa.
Shida ni DCI. You know these things?
Yeah.
Shida ni DCI.
The enemy of progress. Ni zile gari za Subaru. So but to tap it all is this thing, the fire that happened in Russia. For me, I think we need to think about it in a deeper version. It's not just tuangalie what is happening now from then it happened up to the things that zitaendelea. Tuangalie if they're going to connect those. Yeah. Kidogo hata niliuliza tu mori wangu tu hivyo. Manzi watu wamepea hii fire. Alafu wako like wewe uko ni uko inhumane aje? Uone ni watoto wamechomeka ni more than food 17 like.
I think there's another wenye media kuingia big role pia kwa data set shaping agenda.
Yeah, shaping an agenda.
So like kama umekuwa watch news from hiyo incident happened, in fact the whole day after ilikuwa like nothing else ilikuwa inaonyesha, ilikuwa tu the whole story. So nani amekuja amaongea like wanaenda break wanarudi through the same story plus news hadi wakitao ama wengine ndio wanakujenga kwa news correspondents,
you know, like
analysts and stuff, but consultants about so maybe I think ilikuwa iko na part kubwa ina play kwa kupush hiyo agenda hiyo like ya moto being.
We have what is called paid media nowadays. We are not even concentrating on the story. You know, in media we say news is when a man bites a dog, not when a dog bites a man. So nowadays squeezy go like you can pay a dog biting a man news and you just upeleke huko. So
but it runs for a week.
It runs for a week. So I think just to say on this is man, angalieni squeezing mmefungua macho sasa hivi. Just know what is running for you and what is not running for you, because things happen very weird. December we are waiting for US elections. We have seen also cases still is affecting us. For those when wanafanya trade is still affecting us. Yeah, so anyways, just saying, just check on what's happening. Like dig deeper. So easy amwezi sema we are just doing things because this is how it's supposed to be done. You have that layout here, you can think outside the box.
Yeah. I think you got tunaongelea story ilikuwa kwa basis ya trauma, si ndio? I think Nancy had a lot to say to trauma. Okay, to make example ya these kids, how they make how they overcome.
Yeah.
I think Nancy can elaborate more.
Take it away.
In your
No,
opinion.
when you're talking, I thought of how you're playing really well into these people's game, because I just remembered, I'll get back to drama, thank you. I just remembered, I saw a clip, I think it was in TikTok, yeah?
You saw it kama funga macho.
It's called Funga. Ilinikera. Brian, I think you remember when you said tuliacha kupanda vitu original, I think back in 2010. Skoma wiki legit.
Yeah.
2010. So I was doing a bit of research on that and I realized. So apparently the original, isn't it about the original? Seeds were taken out of Africa and taken to Australia. So now we're being made to plant the fake ones, so that is the original tuje tuziwe tena. Now that's one. Two, there is media. Venye alikuwa anasema, you know, media takes a lot of, it plays a very huge role in providing information towards society. And kuna hiyo story ya moto, kuna basically anything and everything. But sasa kuna hii yenye inani youth. And I think if you watch the movies that are coming, ama the series that are coming out recently, one, they're very predictable. Two is the fact that what most people don't see is they are informing us of what has happened. So you have to be careful that it doesn't happen to you. Anza na story ya easy dating apps. Sahi ukichunguza vizuri, somebody somewhere, okay, almost all of us are in dating apps, or if not almost, the huge percentage are in dating apps. That was after, ilikuwa inaitwaje? Hii yenye ilikuwa ina trend.
Tinder.
Nani that guy ule Tinder kwa inaitwa
Tinder something like that. There's that, and then there's kuna ingine imetokea niliona, nilikuwa na watch juzi.
Hinge.
Whereby you receive a text, and then when you make a call, they swap your card by the time you're switching your password. So nimesahau kwa iko Showmax, eh?
Wanakuibia.
Like wanakusafisha everything, every account.
Oh, I think I saw that movie.
So there's this grandma who killed herself because ameinvest pesa yake.
Beekeeper.
Exactly.
Yes, it's the beekeeper. Like, guys, please open your eyes. You know, when I was watching, nilimaliza ku rewatch Reddington, Blacklist, sorry, Jana, and I was like, by the way, we're just playing it with these people's game. Like, not ukiangalia even the leaders that we are having, seriously, they're not doing us any justice, honestly. Because they took part in it, whether they are now or they were then, they took part in it, in tolerating it, because as much as mtu sahi ni mkubwa sahi ukiangalia hata background yake uambiwe this person has 15 years of experience, then go back to the 1 year, you find out also you were part of the game and you knew something about it, but you barely did anything. Okay, so now back to drama. I just wanted to put out there, like, let's just be woke and let's prepare, because if we want to switch the whole game, we really have a lot of work to do. We have to start by understanding. You remember when we go back to history, understand how it was done, then create new ways to change. So you have to really go back and, you know, get to understand, oh, this is how it was played. Okay, so how do we change it? How do we get back our power? Because I'm all for black people leading and ruling and not being discriminated and everything, but we keep forgetting kikulacho kinguoni mwako. We are our worst enemies, we as black people. Because if you look at criticism in social media platforms, it's mostly done by black people. Anza tu na Wakenya wenzetu, tukicriticize hata tena viongozi, mtu tu akijaribu ku make it, mtu akijaribu ku this huyu ex wa Simple Boy akidisiwa na Kiengei. It's black on black, I mean. So the main reason I'm saying we prepare
black people learn to take a joke, man. Jesus.
Actually, it's more of black people learn to know when you have the power and when you don't, because I think that is what is causing us not understand the war that you're fighting. It doesn't matter what kind of war you're fighting, because, and that takes you back to childhood trauma, because when you were young, you were never taught power play. I believe even your gender was barely taught that.
What?
No.
Umesema nini?
Where?
Umesema nini?
You are taught how to be egotistic. You are not taught how to fight for your power.
Oh.
Let's be honest.
Is it?
No, look at men. Look at men.
Okay, that's a bit
Look at men in
this.
this. Look at men in this context, because if you men were taught how to, if you were taught how to take more power moves than, egotistic moves, one would be having a so much better world right now. Two, our leaders will not be treating us as shitty as they're treating us. You wanna know why? The main reason, I don't understand why. Let me go back to Kenyatta, Jomo Kenyatta. Yeah. Why is it that some of our dads were busy partying and some of our dads were busy, scrambling for land?
Hi, Buka.
Grand.
Me personally, okay, hold on. I want to go back in time. Niangalie kama watu wakaenda US yakisema haingi. Take me back to that moment. Nimeangalia tu.
And this, you see, now that's okay. Let me just state my case. Tuanze tu navo. Why is it that the some that were busy? I won't say partying. It's more of doing other things, being slave and all. And the sad part is we reflect even society today, because if you watch siasa sign, even when I sit with my dad, you just hear him say it. I remember there was a time he saw Uhuru giving a speech and he was like, "Ule msee amelewa," and I'm like, okay, that's a man like you, so you identify what he's doing, and you're seeing it on your face, and you're lying it like, for the love of God, can you just find a way to do something? Because mimi nimechoka na.
Can you say in conclusion of all that, one thing, there is a statement I always say, I think in podcast nimesema kama mara 10.
Ni sawa irudia.
We listen to be defensive instead of listening to understand and then speak. I think that's what the mechanism we blacks tumekuwa nayo. We always playing the victim mentality. We are always like, what's the next big thing that is going to favor me, in the sense where I'm the victim, instead of what's the best big thing that where I'll be a hero. Because check on it in the sense that saizi, if we're having like a debate and then let's talk about finances in men, you'll hear like, mimi natoa thao na pia huyo dem thao na lakini huyo dem haezi come kwa karibu yangu. Like you've put yourself in a victim mindset, in the sense that mbona ungempea tu hiyo thao, lakini si hiyo thao inamfanya kuja kwa karibu yako.
Ego, like
is so we play defensive, and in the so doing, playing defensive instead of defense favoring us, it's victimizing us. And in that note tutabaki kuwa like, I need to come and say, if I kama mimi am a comedian, like if I say a joke, I'll have to come and say, unajua, this is not what I meant. He says, ati siko anamaanisha ni mnono. Fuck baby, you're fat. You're mnono. We guys, sisi, I'm not saying it's man true. I think this thing irritates me most. When you say as a lady, I don't want to date a short man. That's, man, you're body shaming a guy who is short.
Exactly.
But when a guy says, I can't take a plus size woman, you feel body shame. Fucking man, say, get out of the room. Understand, if you're saying this thing, the same way, if I'm a man, a lady say, I can't date a man who is broke. The same way, I will never date a babe who is hoeing. I'll never date a babe who is wearing short clothes. That's my preference. So when we come and put things in a gender form, zinakuwa irritating, as opposed to when we put them in a human form. This is a preference of this person. If you are a party animal, there is a guy out there who is going to love you as a party animal. But when I say, when Jay says, I don't want a party animal, just respect his space and find it. Because now we are trying to tutakuja, because mtu alienda kwa online, unajua nimeambiwa nini? Baby, you're fat, go to the gym, make something out of it. If you're okay with your body, just be okay. And for you guy, okay, no point to not to tusiende tena extreme bwana. Ni mtu anatry
I'll
to
take
live
you
in the
back to
industry.
the beekeeper, and from watching it, I was like looking at it from a perspective of, look at the men that you're having. Really, how many beekeepers do you know? Even in your circle, usiende mbali, in your circle. And with beekeeper, I mean, achana na yeye post, achana na story ya kufight. Let's put that aside, okay? Because, well, we also need to upgrade to that part. Kwa kufight is also a problem. Let's come back to how many men can do the job of the beekeeper of actually making the honey, coming to the conclusion of making the honey itself. Unaona venye anaanzanga from following the bees, the flowers, taking care of the flowers and everything, to beehives, kutoa wale wenye wanafaa kuliwa, killing them, to harvesting the honey itself from the combs, to now having the honey in the jar. How many of that do we have? And as much as they're there, how well educated are they? Because we see how much agriculture is, the backbone of the economy. Look at the agriculture sector itself. I was doing, by the weekend, we got to agriculture, and I am so sad to say that our leaders are killing the backbone of our economy as they let us fall. From the farmers, you've started putting restrictions. Apparently, mtu ndo akuwa mkulima anafaa kuwa na degree. Sijui mmeka unafaa kuwa na degree apparently ndio kuwa mkulima.
Actually it's supposed to register.
Yeah. Hata tunafika kwa registrations. Kuna fine kama sijui kama una degree unalipa sijui ni 1 million ama unakaa sijui 2 years nje. Haya, kuna restrictions that there standards that they have put in place in terms of if your livestock or your plants don't follow this standards given, you put away, you're fined, you have an error, there's a problem.
Standards like okay.
I don't even want to know the standards because I am so tired. Like I am so tired. And
Act of something 2023.
I was looking at it from this perspective of watu wachekula ngamia, watu wachekula whatever other birds there. They are punda, maybe they are harmful and all of that, because I hear even the China ndo tulete COVID walikuwa nakula bats or something.
Punda ni tamu.
It doesn't matter. But I don't understand why the government is now taking that choice from me. It started with the voting when it was taken from women. Ikaenda kwa shamba where apparently you own 6 foot of the land you're standing on. Ikipita hapo kama especially kama kuna oil ama gold and it's not yours.
Actually we're heading to a place whereby tutakuwa tunalisi shamba. We're heading there.
And
it's just a matter of time.
And you see, I was getting to the finance bill. The finance bill had that.
It's just a matter of time.
That's why I'm saying we need to understand this bigger picture for us to actually be able to dismantle. My Homer. Dismantle. This whole system or process of killing us. Because nikikuja nilikuwa sikiliza Robert Kiyosaki, and there's this quote he said, "Blessed are the upcoming generation, for they shall inherit all their ancestors' debts." Look at us. We are living it. And it's not a blessing, it's a curse. It's supposed to sound as a joke. So, according to Robert Kiyosaki, you need to find a way to make that debt make sense. But if you don't even understand the source of that debt, if you don't understand where this debt is going to, if you don't understand why this debt was even taken, what actions were taken to these people who actually took the debt. Because from what I heard from Wanjigo, from what I've been researching, is even the president can go to jail from taking a debt and having repaid it over the years and eating people's money, the taxes. So if you can go to jail, well, honey, I don't think there's anyone who can't go to jail then. I don't think there's anyone who we can't hold accountable.
I'll take you back. So Jay, this China, this nini wa China, naitangwa nani, the president of China.
Before umjue, I have a problem with the Showa. I understand the Showa is the one who's been attacking the livestock. I don't have any animals, but please I won't tell you to step aside, but guys, just watch out. Because these people, the one thing I've noticed with Kenyan leaders, wanangoja, you do the research, and then they come and reap the efforts. Because over time, agriculture has been earning, it has been earning good money for people. Wachana na coffee, wachana na tea, wachana na pyrethrum, wachana na flowers, wachana na hata wanyama. It's now trending because now the Somali people have taught us how to raise mbuzi properly and ng'ombe such that we can sell them in a good amount of money. So that's why I'm in Indian livestock. So, Kenyan leaders, I hate the fact that I've given you an idea, but stop it. Gen Z, Gen X, millennials.
We're coming for them.
Fanyeni kazi and take action, I beg.
Morara.
Thank you, Morara. Keep it up, uko na wafasi. Keep it up.
Namtume pesa.
Yeah.
I don't get a crusade.
Just to sum that, I don't want to talk about politics because I feel the same way that you said, like we're going to the same, it's the same concept. The same concept, the same book but different chapters.
It's because the main reason why I'm not, yes, it's politics, but we are akipole. It's politics, but politics is a dirty game. Let's start there. And the game has very many parts. So the very many parts ni kwenye wewe shilingi yako inatokea. Kama uko mining, uko farming. Kama uko farming, uko in school. Kama uko in school, kama si mwalimu, every part that you're eating from, hata TikTok nilisikia wanatukujia. Yaani watu wa TikTok. Nimekosa kazi, nikaona nianze kudance mbele ya kamera, hata hiyo wanataka kutax. Are you for real?
Hold up. We're dancing.
Kai, kwani finance bill libe nasema nini?
Mimi nasema wewe TikTok.
Oh.
DJ like
Tap.
No.
You know what? Why I'm saying like I don't want to get into politics because as they say, as you've said, the game has a lot of parts.
Yeah.
But then, every time you concentrate on the knight move and forget the king and the queen, and someone else will follow the king and the whatever, and then you forget the whole game isn't the king, isn't the knight, isn't the pawn. The whole game is chess. So you're supposed to concentrate on the chess. Now if you go to agriculture, walimu nao watakuja nini? Waanze hivi. So this is what they all do. That's why I say, yes, it is. So we're supposed to sit down and understand, bro, it's not about you as an individual. It's not about us as an agriculture. It's about the economy and how are we going to improve this. Because if we go individually, and no one by the mwaka I had said after Gen Z, whatever I had said, I'm not talking anything about politics. I'm not doing anything. Because kila kitu angalia saizi tulikuwa tunaongea kuhusu strike za students. Za madaktari. That's what walianza. Madaktari wakasema we are going to whatever your CBCs and stuff, CBA. Walimu ndo wao wakaanza. Ndo wao students wameanza. See different strike but it's all in this form. Just let me. It's all in this form. Hawa tunamalizia hao. Tunawadistract na pesa kidogo. Saizi polisi wameongezewa mshahara.
Yeah.
So if saizi they say kuna strike, they can go anywhere because wameshapewa the bait.
Motivation.
Washapewa the vaccine.
Don't you know doctors pia wanataka kwa strike.
The doctors they say so instead of all us doing all these separate parts and still let's sit down and again what you have said, I'll use your word, let's know the root of the thing. Let's know the history of the thing.
I already know the root. It's the politics in it.
No, you don't know. You don't know. No.
It's the people who don't take action.
Skiza
Kama.
We don't know. We think we know, but we don't know. That's the problem. We think we know, but we don't know. And that's these people know that.
And what is that?
These people know that.
Now, what is that?
They know that we know. They know that we don't know, but we think we know.
I thought you said. I thought you meant like there's a that they know.
We know.
And we think we know it, but it's not.
Also them, they know.
They know that.
They know that.
Guys, we need to work on that.
That is what you're supposed to do. And I
hope you're going with us.
That's why I'm saying, let's not concentrate on, I'll be bitter today because of agriculture. I'll be bitter. But if I go, because sisi wote, by the way when yote tuko hapa, wazazi wetu walikuwa nafanya agriculture ndio tuende shule. In one way or the other. Whether alikuwa na shop, alikuwa anaendea maziwa, analeta maziwa anauza. In one way or the other. So it's something that inatuuma. But then, remember, if that agriculture is not sorted, then ule mtu wa drive hatakuwa. is that we need to get into the root of things, but not assume that we know the root of things. Because this is what is happening. Walisema the revelation days in the Bible, go to the Bible. It's not the 7 days. It's not the time that when ati kutakuwa na hizi demons atakuja. It's when everyone will have knowledge that will be fighting with our knowledge. You know something, I know something. Instead of us having together and sitting down and, oh, you know about a fruit? Okay, I know about an orange. Can it be a fruit or a vegetable? Sure. But then I'll start defending, this orange is a vegetable. When I start, because I'm knowledgeable in my own space, you're knowledgeable in your own space, the other person is knowledgeable in their own space, then we'll be fighting instead of using that knowledge to come into a harmonious form of, yo, bro, we are educated. Now that's where there's a notion of, we think we know, yet we don't know.
Okay, it all goes back to level here, control and power.
Exactly.
Power control.
How are you going to do that? Pima, saizi, what is happening? You remember, there's a time we said, if you want to control a generation, maliza toa education. What is happening now?
They're killing it.
Saizi, if I work in a university setup, the least group of people kuingia kwa university since university ilianza, it's this time.
Yona mtu anasema, see most of these people in yako nini, most of them are not learning. Sindio? To assume, okay, most politicians.
Sorry, of course.
So wameingia huko, so they are killing the system ndo mtu mwingine kama yeye venye alikuwa, mtu mwingine asipate kufika ile venye hao wamefika. That's why unaona wameongeza hizo mafees za campus nini. Niliona some video mahali that some parents were complaining about the cost ya kuna.
Does that explain why Allan is proposing that political leaders to be exact, should have an upgrade of like, unaona kama venye Kenya tunasema lazima ukue sijui na degree ndo ukue, is it MP? Ndo ukue MP lazima ukue na?
I think you have to have a degree, ndio maana wanaendea degrees.
MP probably.
MP.
Sasa ndo nasema like, okay, there's I was reading it somewhere. So Allan was proposing, if you're not, unaona kama venye board meeting. First things first, kama ujisomea issue letter ukiwa mdogo ufai kwa hiyo board meeting. Haya, kama wewe just specialize, for instance, in a room of scientists, if you've never specialized in, for instance, astronomy, you should not be in that board talking about astronomy.
That was the problem with Kenya.
Now you see, Kenya, we are doing that, yeah? Why is Allan proposing that they practice it there? Why is that game headed to? That's my concern. Like, meditate, but yeah, just I feel like there's a war coming. I know there's a food war. I know there's been a preach of food war that's coming.
I think to control people, control the population, just control what they eat.
Yeah, where are we headed with the robotics? AI and all.
Kiva like some of the next one see nuclear war.
Yeah, it's IT war.
It's IT war coming.
So it's food and IT.
No, IT basically is going to be controlled because everything nowadays, if I want to get food, if I want to squeeze watu wanafanya farming na drone, so if I can be able to control tech, then I can be able to control everything that you consume. We are getting cheap in our body, so that means health I'll be able to control, war I'll be able to control, which we've seen. What else? Now food is what agriculture. If we say if you want to control the world, control war, control health, control climate, control food, then you'll be able to control your people.
Because I was listening to, there's Kamau anafanya Allan, he was saying the job that will be replaced by robotics is manual.
Hakuna manual job in
like,
replace your
hand jobs.
Hand jobs, okay. Yes, thank you.
Zima
Guys,
getting it no more.
Basically, I know we all do jobs with our heads, but basically ni easy kushona, kiatu, like cobbler.
But why are they replacing the jobs that are made for Africans?
Translators.
Why are
no nasema there's a way enough.
Because what I'm saying is, we wanted to talk about trauma. I think we are telling a lot of trauma in whatever we are seeing, in the sense that the things that is enough. I feel I am in tech space. and there isn't any work that is going to be replaced if you know how to go with time. What is going to be is just an upgrade of the work that you're doing. If nilikaa mimi nikishona kiatu nilikuwa nashona kiatu moja, then if I am in if I'm a cobra, how am I going to integrate cobra?
Why watch I label cobra? Leave him. Cobra.
Okay.
Black cobra.
So I was a black cobra. If I'm black cobra, anyways, if kazi yangu ilikuwa kushona kiatu ama ku make a dress, and I used to make two dresses a day nikitumia my hands, how am I able to integrate the new mechanisms zenye zina happen so that I can be able to have a mass production? If mimi mwenyewe, the person who is going to be replaced is best if that person who is very recessive of whatever they are doing. Like, unajua hii ndio kazi nimekuwa nikiona to that.
But unataka kwa assume. Yeah, finance.
I'm not assuming. That's where I was heading there. I'm not assuming because remember also Sisi, let's go to our primary school. Remember tulianza na kukatiwa pencil na wazazi wetu na nini? Not even probably razors weren't there. We are not that old. Ni kisu, sindio? And then like someone saw an opportunity and then like, okay, mtoto hawezi enda na kisu kwa shule. So akaleta razor. Then ako like, hii razor inaweza kata mtoto. So what are we going to have? Sharpener. You see, this thing didn't replace. They are all those things. What I just to let an idea. What in the letter is, these things, they are not going to be replaced. They're just going to be enhanced. And every time, I also had that argument when I was like, I'll say the naive self of, I'm a designer, and then there is somewhere, Canva is here. Canva is like a 30 billion stocks US company in the world. I was like, Canva nini? Then someone who hasn't done design but is very good with Canva, can you imagine, Kev, this thing is not the knowledge that you have. Mimi mwenyewe hata kama naifanya, I'll never get there. So you have a plus on it. So it's all a matter. It's not about of finance and stuff, because finance itaendelea, like shilingi ya jana si shilingi ya leo. They'll continue.
It's
not going to lose value. It's going to gain value. So it's at 130. So what I was saying is, like, things, it's not going to replace. Let's not use that word. But they are selling that agenda. It's going to replace. So what are you going to do? Is creating panic. So when they create panic, I'll go again to the black mentality where we victimize ourselves instead of like seeing an opportunity and taking it.
So I was right. The first step we need to do is going back to the problem leads to us, I don't want to even call it declutter your mind. It's more of, sweeping it clean, like indoctrinize yourself. True. And indoctrinize yourself. And also that is going to also come with, sorry, I'm consuming a lot of conspiracy theories and kidogo I'll be losing my mind. But this also comes with the education that you're having. What is it all about? It's all about... Can I correct you first? Mm-hmm. You're not losing your mind. You're meditating.
You're not...
Actually thinking out loud.
So what I'm saying is...
Kuna thinking out loud na kuna meditating na kuna hii yenye najaribu kusema. It's the same concept with overthinking.
Melting my brain cells kidogo. So hizi nafika that miaka inapata. But what I'm saying is, sorry, I don't want to talk. I don't want to malizia hapa ndio kinachewa ongea. The thing is, we have a lot of things in CC we are consuming. Na ndio maana I am against the thing that for you to be a good leader you need to be educated. I'm for. I am for.
There's a time we said ilikuwa nini? Yes, it was the same. Not every leader is
not every politician is a leader.
Because I believe if for example you put a book smart about tuseme nika kuhusu this mic, mtu ameisoma and just a simple analogy, mtu akaenda shule akasoma kuhusu this mic, how to kutoa hiyo mic na nini, and then Brian akaenda hii mic for 3 days, aitoe airudishe. Sisi wote tumekeleta the same.
Na so manual.
Hata anasoma mpaka manual. We will work the same environment. But there is a way this person mwenye alisoma books kuna knowledge hana yenye Brian ako nayo, but ule mtu bado alienda shule kuna knowledge Brian kuna knowledge hana that ako nayo. So what can we do? We incorporate these skills that you have and I have, instead of just, because size what are they leading? Kusoma ni hivi. All of us twende hivi. So when you're going hivi kwaje, instead of just enhancing these skills, man, because trust you me, if the day when Africans will hold hands and become one,
I will rule the world. You have seen tafadhali. Wako mnaonaje, mnasemaje? Sasa kuna kitu umefanya sasa nikumbuke, lakini hapo tunaenda huko. Acha tu niseme la tena. Sawa. Sasa swali yangu bado concern yangu ni idea yako ilikuwa tukienda na je sisi wote tukienda this other way.
I'm not saying twende. If you listen to my moment was there is that person and there is this person like Brian amekuja akasoma hivi na the other. I didn't disregard anyone. So choose your path, but let's enhance. Let's sisi wenyewe tusaidiane our skills to improve that mind.
Thank you. You brought my point home in this context. There is this issue and I'm sure you've witnessed it. Kama mtu amesoma degree, mtu amesoma diploma na mtu amesoma certificate, we all know the kind of treatment that happens in these groups, yeah?
Job market
tuanze tu na career wise. Actually tuanze tu ukiwa pale nursery. Kuna venye number 1 alikuwa anatritiwa na number last.
But how is that? Why is that happening?
Hapo ndo naelekea.
Cluster.
Hiyo ni kwa shule, si ndio? Haya, kuna in the world. Wacha hata chana na vile tuna treat politicians. Kuna hata chana na story ya venye mwanaume anashitiwa na venye mwanamke anachimwa in terms of
let's not get there. That's
yes. Now, throw it away. Now, kuna venye mtu hata chana mtu ako na pesa na kuna venye mtu hana.
I would like we go with one, because now if you start bringing all those principles, that's chukua moja kama ni degree na chukua moja.
Nataka watu wende wa meditate.
No, chukua moja, because if you go with, again what I say, let's not use this whole concept, let's use one so that we can handle one at a time. Otherwise, because ukileta mtu wa pesa, mtu mwenye hana pesa,
you see,
hana power.
I'm trying to an example.
I'm stating situations where what we need to unlearn, especially as black people, especially as people in Africa, because kuna hii concept ya ni sawa umemake it, umeenda wherever umeenda ukarudi umemake it nini, and then there is this
nimetenga makazi 1,100 Saudi Arabia.
Actually that's another thing, exporting labor.
That's another thing. Exactly. And you see, what we don't realize is we are killing ourselves. And that's why I'm saying, you see, all these concepts I'm stating, it's how we are killing ourselves. If you're not moving to where, okay, I know money is something, but money is not everything, yeah? Now, okay, it is not everything. If it were everything, okay,
we'll come next
time. You cannot buy the air that you're breathing.
Next episode, let's talk about money being everything. I'll come with evidence. Substantial.
Just go with me. Walk with me. In short, what I'm trying to put forward is this. Mtu mweusi akifika kiwango, kuna kiwango ambacho yeye mwenyewe akifika, okay, no, sorry, it's not for me. It's not for me, but basically Kiswahili imenikataza kuniendeleza.
By then mimi nasikiza hata siko. On that point.
Like there's this thing where I don't know, we as black people we tend to see, we victimize ourselves too much. It's very unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. Start with exporting labor. Start with if you see a black person working with a white person, there's a way you will address them compared if it's a black person and a blacker person.
So it's a triple W.
You know at cafe.
And yes, that even goes to those institutions that tend to treat. Compared to us going there, you don't get that treatment with them.
It's true. Tukitembea na Nancy, kuna wenye Nancy treatiwa.
I'm black, honey. I'm black. I'm black. I'm not white. I'm black.
Yeah.
My blood is black.
You
what? My blood is black. I know I look white, but my blood.
Appearance now.
That is red. You must have a spade a spade. Addressing
What do you mean about
okay, so in the last one, the difference here skin tone inaitwa aje coach. Ko precisely. Hapana.
Wait, I wanna see your point.
Like, so we are both blacks, but it's a different skin tone.
Kuna ile point ya make it, I should be glad. But kitu ingine tunasahau ni sawa, it's a privilege umepewa kufika kwenye umefika. Lakini usije ukasahau kwenye ulitoka. Mpanda ngazi hushuka. Na ukishuka utaangukia watu wenye ulikuwa unadharau. Na ukianza nisaidieni. Najua. No, but the way, if there's one thing I've learned, I think even celebrities say this as much as I feel like sometimes they do lie, is the fact that tell you money is everything.
Money is everything. Blah blah blah. Yes, it is.
Shut up. My friend, shut up.
Somebody else actually enhance your point because I think tuna revolve to just one area.
Ndio point yangu mimi nasema ni vizuri mtu black akiprosper but haimanishi ati tu ndasema aje to pull down.
Acha end.
Anyways, yeah, the concept is to make your point. But I'll say just to conclude, maybe I'm going. The toes that you are with at the moment, don't step on them because they might be connected to the ass that you have to kiss when you get up there.
Thank you.
Adios.
Ningekupea ni vile.
It's true.
Bye.